Hey there friends and enemies, Jopie here again, and as I've mentioned in past Monster Hunter Wilds videos, I am pretty new to the franchise. And while I played a bunch of the betas so far, and am really excited for full launch, I still don't know exactly what I'm doing. So today, I'm going to start a series where I'm going to check out guides or videos on all of the different weapons to kind of decide on which one I want to start with when I jump into the game for the first time, and maybe learn some tips and tricks along the way. This video is from Light It Up Dan on the Longsword, which I've been recommended quite a bit, and looks like one of the more easy to pick up but interesting to use long-term weapons that I'm really excited about. But if there is a creator that focuses on one of the weapons and does it better than everyone else, recommend them in the comments down below, because I would love to do this for every single weapon so I can make my decision, but have a lot of the advice be from people who are maining these weapons a lot and really good with them. So anyway, let's jump into the video and see what they have in store for us today.
The Wild's second open beta ran over 2 weekends in February prior to the game's release at the end of the month. For all intents and purposes, it was the same as the first beta, with the addition of the Gypsaros hunt, and of course the flagship hunt up against Arkveld, as well as the training area in the base camp. That of course means we've got full breakdowns and guides of all of the weapons. We're going to be jumping into Longsword over here. I will also be doing a master guide of all 14 weapons. Check that out when it's up if you're interested in the others.
Sick,
if you enjoy my videos, you can join the
20%
of returning viewers and subscribe for more Monster
Like
Hunter
I said,
guides.
I'll link
but honestly, just
this
watching
video
them
in the
is
description
support
down
enough as
below,
well.
so you can check
The
it out
most
for
popular
yourself.
weapon in Monster Hunter world, here we have the Longsword.
Oh, I'm
The
basic
base combo
using
with
this? I don't know
triangle
about
or
that.
Y is a 3-hit combo, despite what the on-screen display says, that sees you do 2 overhead slashes and then a crescent slash in a loop. The second overhead slash being slightly weaker than the first, and the crescent slash being stronger than both. Any regular non-spirit attacks like this triangle combo will build up the spirit gauge, a meter you can consume to do awesome special attacks. More on that in just a sec.
Oh,
With
that
circle
sounds
or B,
interesting.
you can do a quick thrust attack, followed by a rising slash. There are certain moves you can only do mid-combo, so doing a thrust first is very helpful. There's some modularity between these combos. You can string from the triangle to the circle ones, but really you're mainly using the circle attack to do the quick thrust. Triangle and circle together executes the fade slash, which sees the hunter slashing whilst moving away from the direction that you do the slash in. Useful to reposition whilst maintaining attacks. All of these attacks so far have built up our spirit meter, our spirit gauge,
So that
which we
doesn't
can
do a
expand
lot, but
by
it looks
using
like
the
it's
spirit blade
basically
attacks.
for
You'll need enough
building
meter to
the
complete the full
spirit.
combo, which deals a really good amount of damage, and finishes with a spirit round slash. Doing this after a fade slash puts you straight into Spirit Blade 3, allowing you to cut down on the combo. Landing this attack will put you up a spirit gauge level. There's the base level,
interesting.
level 1 white tier, level 2 yellow, level 3 red. The higher your spirit gauge level, the more damage you deal overall, and the more powerful your special attacks will be when you actually execute them. At level 3 red gauge, your regular attack
So yeah, there's a
transforms to the
definite
crimson
rhyme and reason
slashes.
to how
Very
you're
quick
attacking
and powerful combos.
with this.
It feels like to me these attacks have increased wounding capabilities, but that's just my personal speculation. You can follow up the spirit round slash with a spirit crimson slash, provided you're in level 3
now
red
we're
tier.
cooking.
This is a very strong additional combo input. R2
like
plus
these.
triangle sees you do the spirit thrust, lunging forwards with a big stab
Ooh.
of the sword before propelling the hunter upwards
Oh,
in the
yeah,
air,
yeah,
to
that's the
crashing
one
down
for
with a
me,
powerful
baby.
spirit helm breaker attack.
The
This is a very strong attack
slash
and
down
consumes
and
a
then,
level of your spirit gauge. To
multi-slash.
maximize your damage, you really want to save this for when you're at red tier. If you want to cancel out of this, press X during the jump instead of following up. After landing this, you can
No,
follow
you
up
can,
with R2 to do a spirit release slash,
animation
unleashing a
cancels,
barrage of
interesting.
very high damage homing slices. This will further consume another level of spirit gauge if you choose to follow up with it. After an attack, you can press R2 and X to go into the
That
special
sheath?
sheath stance.
Yeah.
This can be done after the spirit
This
round
is what I've
slash,
been
after
watching
the
that
spirit
I really
helm
wanna
breaker,
check
or
out.
after regular attacks. From here, pressing triangle executes the EI
Yeah,
slash,
that's so
a
dope.
fast
The animations
cross-cut
are very
attack,
cool.
which upon landing slowly increases your spirit gauge meter. It also helps you nicely chain together attacks. The hunter normally sheaths their weapon after the spirit round slash. You can cut that out by going into the special sheath stance. Another way to gradually increase your spirit gauge is just to hold down R2. The spirit charge will fill up your meter, but during the charge you can follow up with a spirit round slash to immediately just go up a tier, provided you have the small amount of spirit meter you need to do it. Back in the special sheath stance, you're able to press R2 to do an EI spirit slash, propelling your hunter away whilst doing a big crescent slash. The key to this is timing your input as you take an attack. The hunter will glow blue to let you know you activated it properly. Your damage mitigation will be very high to the point that it almost seems like an iframe, and you'll deal an additional very large amount of damage. It also puts you up a spirit gauge tier provided you got the right timing. This allows for a very tasty counter-attack style of gameplay. You do also have access to a proper iframe called the Foresight Slash. By pressing R2 and circle, you will iframe through an attack. You need spirit gauge to execute this and it will consume all of it. However, if you time it properly, it will give you full meter and you can immediately follow up with a spirit round slash to go up a level. This allows you to not get hit whilst also increasing your spirit gauge levels. Very dynamic and aggressive whilst being defensive.
Yeah, I like this weapon a lot. I didn't know any of this.
It feels easier to activate as it cancels better out of attacks and it transforms to a more stylish Foresight world.
I don't know if I'm ready for all these like combinations though. I don't know if I'll
you can then follow up with the powerful spinning Crimson Slash. Mastering the Foresight Slash will make you invincible. Whilst in focus mode by holding down L2, you can press R1 to do your focus strike, the Unbound Thrust. Connecting on a wound with this will see you pop it with a cross slash and automatically put you up a spirit gauge tier. Jumping off a ledge, you can press triangle to do a simple jumping slash or R2 to do a jumping spirit blade attack, putting you into Spirit Blade 3 on the ground, similar to how Fade Slash does.
With when I was first trying this out.
The full Spirit Blade combo is very strong, so you don't necessarily want to be cutting it short. And that's everything with the Longsword, an absolute beast of a weapon. It was crazy good in World and Rise, and it feels like it's got an even bigger glow up for Wilds. Mastery of it will see you become untouchable whilst dishing out tremendous amounts of damage. The key to it is keeping in mind how modular everything is and chaining all of your different abilities together. Best of luck and let me know how you get on with it. As mentioned...
Yeah, that's pretty sick. So, overall, I think this is a weapon I could definitely see myself playing for a long time. It looks very interesting. I don't know, because it is so common a weapon, like if it's one of the more widely used. I like to use things that are kind of off the beaten path a little bit. So, next up, I believe I'm going to check out a video for the Gun Lance. I think that's next on this little series that I'm doing. But if you have suggestions, let me know in the comments so that way I can check them out myself, see what I'm vibing with, and maybe one of these creators, one of these guides, one of these weapons is going to change my mind, and I'll go into Monster Hunter Wilds manning something that I never would have expected. Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video as always, comment, subscribe. Have a good one. I'll catch you all later.